And to get a better understanding of what this means, this killing means, and these elections mean, I'm joined by former diplomat and head of the Massoud Foundation and the brother of Ahmad Massoud, the rebel commander of Northern Alliance who was killed in an assassination 17 years ago by Ahmad Wali Massoud. Your brother, as I was mentioning, was assassinated 17 years ago, and these killings, it seems, are continuing 17 years later. Has the state of Afghanistan, has American assistance, some would even call it occupation, failed in this country?
Well, let me say that the assassination or killing of General Razak, that would have far more repercussion on security situation in Kandahar, as well as on the parliamentary election, which is upcoming on Saturday, tomorrow. But let me say that when I do have my own experience of my late brother's killing, when he was killed, the enemy of Afghanistan, that time, the terrorists, they thought that they can take the area, they can capture the area, and that would be the end of Afghanistan. But then, of course, people rose, they stood, and then the international community came. Since the international community came to Afghanistan, of course, people expected the international community to root out terrorism as they promised, as well as to bring peace. Unfortunately, 17 years gone, but so far we do not see a trace of that one. And I think one of the main reasons why we don't see the trace of that one, because of the inability of the government of Afghanistan to really interpret what is the situation in Afghanistan.
So where does the problem, the issue then lie in the government?
Well, the issue lies that many people in the government for the past 17 years, they have been brought from outside Afghanistan. They have not been inside the country to really feel what's happening here, how should they safeguard Afghanistan, should they keep Afghanistan, how to run Afghanistan. Many of them, they have brought by the international community from outside Afghanistan. That's the main problem. The second problem, the government of Afghanistan never had a national agenda for this country. Always there was some sort of ethnic agenda or personal agenda. In this sort of agenda, that's why we do not see, after all the help and assistance of the international community, we do not see that Afghanistan have gone back to the 17 years back.
Well, the fact that this election is being held after a lapse of 8 years, the last was held in 2010, shows that there has been deadlock. Speaking specifically of the U.S. involvement, the Americans have been negotiating directly with the Taliban, according to some reports, without the Afghan government involved. Is a U.S. proposal to pull out, or these talks and negotiations with the Taliban, are they realistic?
Let me say that, you see, so many negotiations have taken place in Qatar, in China, in that country, in this country. None of them really have yield result. What is happening? We need peace in Afghanistan. We don't need peace in Qatar or in China or anywhere else. That is, the people of Afghanistan should reach consensus on their own future to determine. So therefore, what we expect from the international community to help the people of Afghanistan to determine their own future, not to really start a dialogue outside Afghanistan, which has no relevancy with inside Afghanistan. That is why many of these conferences have failed.
Thank you so much, Ahmad Wali, for your insights. A pleasure. Well, there you have it. There is this sense that outsiders, the Americans, have not done enough. The presence of the U.S. here has failed, and unless and until Afghans themselves are involved in this process directly, things will get worse, according to Ahmad Wali Massoud.
All right, Ali Mustafa, live from the Afghan capital, Kabul. Thank you.